When those wearing black t-shirts take to the streets to throw stones, set fires, shout slogans, they're angry. But indeed, they're confused because they have built a wall around themselves and they believe it is a war of us versus them. There is no us versus them in Hong Kong. In 2017, 20 years after Hong Kong's handover, I visited the city. I met a 20-year-old boy. His name is Paul. We were at a bar and he was looking for jobs. I gave him some advice. He referred to me as someone coming from China, as if he's not. But 5 minutes into our talks, we look and sound nothing else but Chinese. We all love wonton soup, a little afraid of parents, and crave for independence. But deep down, we understand we will heed their advice and take care of them when they are old. Obviously, there is doubt in Hong Kong about one country, two systems. And there is a debate on how the two systems should work out, how to define the boundaries of economies, institutions, and rules. But that debate is no excuse to challenge the one country foundation. When the foundation wobbles, the building will collapse. For those in opposition, if you are opposed to how the two systems can improve, there's room for talk. But if you're opposed to the fact that Hong Kong is part of China, you're not living in reality, and turning extreme won't help. The street violence in Mong Kok, Central, Causeway Bay has destroyed the democracy itself. It is simply mob politics, a society at its worst. So when the black t-shirters drown the national flags in the sea, they actually drown their own identity. When human beings feel threatened, they imagine the enemy. They fantasize us versus them. No matter how disgruntled or frustrated you are with Hong Kong, it is our problem. The problem of the Chinese in Hong Kong and on the mainland. We created the problem and we solved the problem. There is nowhere else to turn to.
They've had riots for a long period of time, but that's between Hong Kong and that's between China, because Hong Kong is a part of China. They'll have to deal with that themselves. They don't need advice.
I don't think President Trump is sympathetic, but he is right when he said Hong Kong is a matter for China. When it fails, there's no Britain or America to bail it out. I don't believe there is anyone who understands Hong Kong better and loved Hong Kong more than the hardworking people who helplessly watch the rioters. Don't fail them by turning Hong Kong into anarchy. But in the end, Hong Kong is not a problem, it is an opportunity. I still remember a photo book about old Hong Kong. It portrayed the humble beginning of the city. It started as an awkward marriage between the East and the West, the old and the new. The issue still remains, and the struggle is still there for Hong Kong. How a Chinese community can adapt to face the world, and at what cost, what compromises to make, and what future to create. But what unites Hong Kong are the common heritage and aspirations, hard work, discipline, law and order, and looking at the future with optimism. Hong Kong has been, is still, and will always be a good hope of the Chinese in Hong Kong and on the mainland. There is no us versus them. There's only we and our future.